Hello everybody, my name is David Babel. Welcome to the Instant Classic Review. In today's review, we step away from the singles championships and we review a special tag team championship. We go over to the land of the rising sun. We talk about the International Wrestling Grand Prix, a governing body of Japanese wrestling founded by Antonio Inoki in the late 70s and early 80s, and is a governing body that represents the wrestling in Japan to this very day. We talk about this right here, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, held by a lot of great tag teams. The Young Bucks, the Dudleys, the Steiners, tag teams such as Guerrillas of Destiny, Doc Gallows and Luke Anderson, or Carl Anderson. My bad. We're going to keep that in there. But we take a look at these very tag team titles right here. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Welcome to the Instant Classic Review, and we review the IWGP Tag Team Championships. Hey everybody, and welcome back. In today's review, we talk about this International Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. The IWGP is the governing body of Japanese professional wrestling, founded by Antonio Inoki in the late 70s. Now, the Tag Team Championship, I'm not very familiar with its history. I'm going to be honest. But when I think of these Tag Team Championship right here, it makes me think of a lot of tag team wrestling that I wish I got the chance to see. We're talking about champions that you never knew would have held these titles unless A, you were a fan or you did your research. I'm talking like tag teams like the Steiners, the Dudleys, Guerrillas of Destiny, Tongaloa. No, the guys who were in the bloodline, the new bloodline. I'm talking tag teams like Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. Some of the guys who were in the original Bullet Club with Finn Balor, you know, keeping it too sweet for life kind of thing. These tag team titles have a lot of history. I'll be honest, I don't know it all. I would love to know it all. But I would really love to show you the design, more importantly. This is brought to you by Tangier Kirshner of Dream Championship Belts. This belt is very, very amazing. Standard plates, 4mm thick. It's very unique design. It's very predominant to a lot of the IWGP designs. Now, IWGP, these titles you find in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this review. We have our 2x8 snaps right here. What looks to be a pressed snap box right here. We have a clamshell tooling, as you can see right here. Not really well seen, but being up close with the camera, you can see it going throughout the leather, especially the main plates. We come to the first two side plates. They're very similar. You have the King of Sports New Japan Pro Wrestling Lion logo at the top. You have IWGP Tag Team Champion here. with a nice little floral and nugget patterning in the background. You'll see that exact same design right here on this side plate. Come to the main plate. This gold and same texturing is throughout the entire belt, so it's pretty simple but iconic at the same time. Right up here on top in black, you have International Wrestling Grand Prix, the governing body of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The IWGP letters with Tag Champion right underneath. And again, the King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling Lion at the bottom. You have these stars right here on each side with a nice little floral patterning here, solid patterning here at the bottom. You can see what looks to be dragons right here on each side of the IWGP right here. You have the two wrestlers grappling right here at the top. You have the exact same side plates here as the other side. And then the 2x5 snap right here. Yeah, 2x5. Take a look at the back. What I love about Tanvir's work when he does belts is he always has a center bolt in the middle to secure the main plate. To me, I think that's really great when you purchase replicas like this, because you know that the plate's going to be secure, it's not going to be loose, it's not going to fall off, it's not going to do none of that. So, if you take a look, you can see all the screws covered. Again, you can see a little bit of the curve. Not much of a curve, but there is some there. Just a nice smooth backing. As we take a look here, the leather is a little stiff, but it's only been on display. I've taken a picture with it when I got it. Other than that, it's floppy, but it's still kind of stiff. We take a look at the belt folded. That's how you'll see it folded like this from the back and from the very front. Now, I know a lot of people, when they see this belt, they'll say, the size, it's a little off. And to be quite honest, it is off. The IWGP tag titles, they are a little smaller in size. Especially the Junior Tag Team Championships, which we'll be reviewing sometime in the future. The tag titles, the way the straps cut, it's a little different too. I think it's one consistent flow. I think the snaps are also on different sides too. Reverse, kind of like the NWA Dome Globe. The snaps should be flip-flopped, if I am not mistaken. But it's very decent in weight. And as you can see right here, you can see that thickness right here. Also, what I really like here on the main plate is you can feel the smoothness of the banner that says Tag Champion right here. Take a look at the leather. Like I said, it's still kind of stiff, but it does fold over nicely. Again, it still folds over. You can see a side view here of how it sits on my shoulder. And if we could turn my chair here just a little bit, you can see how it sits over the shoulder. I really don't have to hold it. A lot of replicas sometimes just slide right off. This one, I could just have it sit here, and this is how it would look. It's kind of weird because I'm wearing a John Cena World Life shirt, holding an IWGP Tag Team Championship. Hey, when you're a wrestling fan, you gotta support everything. So, this has been the IWGP Tag Title Review. When I take a look at this championship, it kind of makes me think of, in some ways, of the version 3 of the world title. It's kind of the same, almost, layout in a way. Sort of, kind of. Not really. These designs have been predominantly used for a lot of years right now. And I think currently, if I'm not mistaken, they're on a white strap, or that's the junior tags that are on a white strap. One of the two tag titles are on a white strap now. And it's either way, black strap, white strap, doesn't matter. These tag titles look absolutely amazing. At some point, I would like to do the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Have that and the version 4 of the IWGP title all in my collection at some point. But this is really great to have in the collection, to be honest. So that being said, this has been the review of perhaps one of my favorite tag title designs in my collection, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Thank you so much for joining me on this review. It's been my pleasure. My name is David Babel, and this has been the Instant Classic Review. Thank you for joining me, and as always, stay Instant Classic.